If you take a look at a moray eel's skeleton, you'll find something very unusual. A strange set of bones with a bunch of tiny teeth at the end, which doesn't make sense at all. Because look here, it's a large pair of eel jaws. So then, what are these? Well, take a close look at this specimen right here. You see anything that looks familiar? It's that strange bone from earlier. It's set in the back of the eel's throat. Here's how it's used. When moray eels catch fish, first, they open up their mouths wide, then clamp down with their sharp jaws. Next, something unusual happens. That strange set of bones in the back of their throat launches forward, grabs hold of their meal, and drags it down their esophagus. Because moray eels don't have one set of jaws. They have two. Why is a piranha's bite so deadly? Well, look closely at one of these piranha's teeth. Do you notice that small nub on the left side? This nub fits neatly inside the tooth next to it. Every piranha tooth is linked to the tooth next to it. Compare this to the jaw on this monkey. On this jaw, each tooth is completely separate. Now, because piranha teeth are linked together, their individual sharp edges are connected, forming one continuous blade that can slice through things like a knife. And that's why a piranha's bite is so dead. Tug on your antelope's horn. You'll notice something strange. Look closely. The skull is growing up into the horn. So what would it look like if I pulled it all the way off? Well, most horns, like this bison's, aren't one solid piece. They're two. A bony core inside a hard sheath. In some animals, the core takes up a little of the horn, like in this goat horn, but in others, it takes up more space, like in these kudu horns. So how big is an antelope's bony core? That's pretty big. What's inside an armadillo shell? Well, I thought they were like turtle shells. Inside, you can see the ribs that have grown long, expanded, and fused together to form the shell. Armadillo shells must be made the same way. Oh, never mind. Armadillo shells aren't like turtle shells. Because, watch closely. Here are the armadillo's ribs. They aren't connected to the shell, so they don't fuse together to form the shell like a turtle's ribs do. Instead, look at this baby armadillo's skin. Do you see those little bumps? Inside those bumps are tiny bones. They're embedded in between the first and second layer of the armadillo's skin. As the armadillo grows, these pieces of bone expand and eventually fuse together, forming the armadillo's shell inside their skin. So if you look inside an armadillo's shell, you'll find a bunch of small bones fused together into one big plate. Place your baby octopus under a UV blacklight. Nothing happens. But if you place your scorpion under a UV blacklight, something very unusual happens. Ultraviolet light hits the scorpion's exoskeleton, is absorbed, and then released back into the world at a different wavelength that we can see. It's kind of like how squirrel skulls, compared to other animals, glow pink under a UV blacklight. But there's one big difference. Notice how the light released by the scorpion has an even longer wavelength than the light released by the squirrel. That means instead of glowing pink, like a squirrel skull, it will glow a different color. Green. Again, for reference, here's what an octopus looks like, and here's what a scorpion looks like. It's green. If you take a look at a male orchid bee's backside, notice those oversized bee thighs. On their backside, do you see that little mark? That's an opening to a large pocket. These back legs are completely hollow. Here's how they're used. As male orchid bees visit different flowers, they collect sweet-smelling oils and pack them into their hollow back legs. As they visit more and more flowers, they add more and more scents to these leg pouches, creating their very own unique perfume. When their perfume pouches are full, the bee will find a spot to hover and buzz its wings to project its leg perfume out into the world, all in hopes of attracting the attention of a female bee. And if she likes the smell, she might come by and say hello to the sweet-smelling male.